Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But inside is so delightful.
It's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Season 2.
Nerd blackface.
Bum bum.
Hum the theme song, because I'm not going to do it.
What the fuck?
Do it!
I
Do
can't-
it! You're the one that got us into this mess. Do it!
The auto troops. It all started with a big bang bang.
Yeah.
I'm not good at humming the Big Bang. It goes too fast. I can't hum that.
Okay, so you just put up with Malcolm in the Middle, except the only thing is you spent the entire time gushing about Bryan Cranston, as you should, because Bryan Cranston is awesome. Now we're going to spend some time with a show that I just feel like, granted, folks, I kind of play up my hate for this show. I don't necessarily really think it's nerd blackface. I just think that terminology is kind of funny when it comes to describing this show.
I disagree with that a lot.
Well, really, at a core level, I just feel like the characters are somewhat one note. I mean, I know they develop throughout the
Yes,
years.
that's what I'm
but
saying. It can't be blamed as if they develop a lot. And that's what the character started as.
Yeah, that's what the characters started as, and I guess that's my kind of problem with it, is that that's the view of the characters that I now have, and it would take me like a lot of seasons worth of character development to get to a point where I think I would care.
I will argue, while there is a lot of stereotypicalness just in the inception of the characters, I mean, there's still hints of another character there. And it's more so the archetypes of the interplay of all of them together. It's like how they play off each other that makes them not just stereotypes. But the point is that they're elements that develop over time, making full characters instead of just stereotypes.
And that's definitely kind of one of the strengths of the show, and I'll give it that.
But look, I'll give you that. It's kind of what we're going for here. Is we both got kind of different taste on these specials. So it's all about, it's all about the perception by people.
So look, I'm just going to say right off the bat, I'm not super negative on this thing, but I will point out the things about the show at large that bother me, just like you did with Malcolm in the Middle. So
I'll
we'll be
admit,
fair game about it.
rewatching this episode with your negativity in mind on it.
Okay.
Bear in mind, not as negative as as you play up. I'll give you that.
And
But,
I will give you that I play it up to kind of an elaborate extent. I'm
yeah.
I don't
with
like
that,
the show as much as I play it up on air. I'm just
with
saying
that,
right now.
as much as I like this episode, and I do like this episode, and I do love this show. As much as I like it, is rewatching it in the early seasons, I can still see the gripes that were with the first two seasons kind of show a little bit in this one. See, the first two seasons, I mean, they were developing, they were starting to develop, but still there are some lingering elements of one in there. And one was fine.
One was just like 14 or 16 episodes or something like that.
Like they all go like 23. I don't know if the first one.
I'm pretty sure one was shorter. I'm pretty sure if you look it up.
It was in the 16 to 20 range. I don't know what that was, but I think you're right. But again, I still say the interplay will kind of weigh out the stereotypes in that first season. Again, the first season just plays like a classical, like your regular sitcom, kind of like an Odd Couple, but with science, sort of. They tried going for that. Then it developed into its own thing following it. It's basically just it was okay enough to get you into it. Then it developed into its own really cool thing.
And then I feel like it went off the rails, and now it's just oversaturated as hell.
Well, I mean, to the public, it's everywhere. Yeah, you're right about that. But I don't think the
show's
show's
problem with it.
I'll give
I don't know.
this,
Maybe I'm just being a hipster about the whole thing. Who knows?
Interestingly, though, it hasn't really varied. It hasn't dipped in quality at all. It's still pretty solid.
Really? I'm surprised.
I mean, there was one season where it wasn't bad, but just went by real quickly.
Okay.
It was like season 6, I think. It's like 5 after the wedding. People know what that means, but after the wedding, they kind of just stay. Essentially, the episodes were good, but it was just like after the gags, it just rapid fire. Like the plot was just it went by so quickly. Like you wanted more. It felt like it should have been an hour show because it went by within half an hour. But then it adjusted.
And by that point, the characters actually had some development and meat to them.
Oh, they're still developing to this day. They're developing big time nowadays. They keep building upon it. It's good stuff.
Okay. So anyways, with that in mind, let's get to the cold open of the episode, which I kind of like it. You know, it's fun, sort of like Kevin Smith-esque dialogue about Superman.
The show's got a ton of this in it, and that's one of the elements I really like about it. You know, they have these kind of, again, it's the kind of this brilliant idea that you have these scientists who are like, they're playing physicists, and also like Howard specifically, in case you're not aware of this, Howard, well, it's the Beatles-looking one. He's
I'm Howard Wolowitz. I was the fifth Beatle before they kicked me out. I changed my name from Howard to Pete Moon or something like that, something to that extent.
Well, the Ringo-looking one.
Eat best.
Well, they say he's the Ringo-looking one. It's fine. Like the gags, they will say like, he's the Ringo-looking one occasionally.
Hey man, Ringo's the most endearing of the Beatles. I think he's not the most talented, but he's the most endearing.
I think that fits for Howard. Howard, seriously, the actor is really funny. He does great impressions.
Mm-hmm.
He is good, like Al Pacino's and Nicholas. He does a great Nicolas Cage. You gotta see Nicolas Cage. He is one of the best Nicolas Cages you've ever seen. And anyway, so yeah, he's an engineer. So
Forget it, Jake. This is Cloud Town.
So they got different fields of science for the most part. Like Howard's an engineer, and the guy he's the only one without a master's degree. I mean, he has a master's. He doesn't have a PhD like the rest of them.
Okay.
So, and that's like they all say, well, they're all doctors except for him. That's the gag.
And they all just get super down on him for that. What assholes?
Well, no, and they like Raj is his best pal, and he doesn't get down on that. But
okay, and I love Raj. I will go on record and say that Raj is the best thing about the show to me.
It's one of the best bromances in the show. Those two together, seriously, those two are like there's the gags like they're so close. They're like a married couple.
Like Raj is totally relatable to me. Like in terms of like what geek would I be, I would definitely be Raj of this group for sure.
Yeah, Raj is definitely he's the heart of the show. That Raj. And now so Raj's specialty is I believe it's astronomy or astrophysics. He's the one about space. You know, he looks to the
astronomy would be.
Yeah, I believe
space. Yeah,
I don't know, but there's actually a little subtlety between the two. I forget what it was.
Sure.
Anyway, he looks to the stars essentially, and essentially, I know.
I look to the stars.
That's cool. So we got
Sheldon. Cool, man.
Sheldon and Leonard are both physicists. So essentially their job is like kind of ponder like the string theories of the universe and all the other theories and stuff.
Strings.
Essentially, yeah. Okay, anyway, so they have all these conversations where they love the idea of these actual kind of talented and qualified scientists always just talking about the most mundane, monotonous things, and they love comics, superhero, sci-fi, love all the stuff we like. Essentially.
Of course.
And they give it like actual thought, and they do consult real scientists when they do these when they have all their dialogues on their large large vocabularies. These are all real terms. They actually have scientists on staff.
I believe you.
It's all real stuff, and there are times where you can just point out like, yeah, that's sound science right there. It's really clever. Anyway, so basically these guys are sitting around the university cafe because they work at Caltech.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so like that they usually do. They're talking, debating on how Superman cleans his costume, which again, very, very Mallrats-like.
Oh yeah, most definitely. This has Kevin Smith written all over it.
It was a shit. He actually doesn't watch the show.
You know, I think if he came on and did some episodes, I think it would be a lot better.
Well, he did. Actually, let me rephrase that. He doesn't watch it, yet he cameoed on one.
He cameoed. Oh, well, that's different than actually coming in and writing and directing an episode. You see, that's what I would want to see.
Yeah, he does this hilarious cameo where basically he offers Penny, who's an actress, the girl, a role. He doesn't appear. He's on, like he usually is. He's on podcast, on audio.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was awesome.
Which is totally fitting for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's the pod father. Forget John Lovitz. He's the pod father.
Exactly. Damn straight.
Okay, so anyway, basically how Superman cleans his costume. We get to like a really kind of neat debate here. So Sheldon argues that Superman flies into the sun to clean up into the yellow sun, so it melts off like any contaminants from the costume.
Yeah, and then they're all hung up on what if he gets Kryptonian stuff on it.
What if he gets like Kryptonian mustard on it? Howard adds. Anyway, said, that's ridiculous. I mean, we're thinking that's kind of a Kryptonian mustard. They're silly, but
to them, they're taking it like super seriously.
Exactly. And then like Raj is like, it'd be like it's some like sort of hot dog line. Same be like they're like an evil Kryptonian kryptonite hot dog.
Man, that's the stuff of my nightmares, man. Right up there with the giant carnivorous Venus flytraps.
Yeah.
Started.
And I love this. Like Leonard just trying to be. This is hilarious. When Leonard says, "Let's stay serious here. You guys are trailing." Basically, said, "Let's stay serious about a conversation about how Superman cleans his costume." This I thought was kind of funny. Him trying to poke like this is a legitimate conversation. Don't get me wrong, I love the mundanes, but the next day I would be in this exact conversation with someone. Make no mistake.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Sheldon is right in this conversation, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So basically says, well, what about... then Leonard brings up the interesting point. This is actually a real point of discussion here, so this is when the conversation turns that people actually have discussed this. What about if he sweats in the costume? That's Kryptonian sweat. So in theory, on Earth, that would never come out.
Yeah, that's something I've never thought of with Superman. It's a good job.
And Sheldon brings up, well, he doesn't sweat on Earth because, well, why would Superman ever sweat? But then again, they bring up now. Tiki, I'm not sure you're aware of this now. But there's this. Have you ever heard of the bottle city of Kandor? They mentioned it here. You ever hear of that?
I've vaguely heard it referenced. I think.
Point is, the cliff notes, just a city on Krypton got bottled up by Brainiac, and basically Superman can fly into it, basically shrink down, go inside there, and it's like a red sun's in there, so he loses his powers when he's inside.
Okay.
And he can come out of it whenever he wants to. Well, not whenever he wants, but there are stories that do that stuff. Anyway, point is, the way they sell is like, well, if he goes to Kandor for a feast, then, like, what if he goes to Kandor to hang out and he plays tetherball, and he sweats in it, and he comes out of the thing, and then he has indestructible sweat. What does he do? And they say, this is why Sheldon's right. He says, well, before he'd come out of the thing, he'd go to a Kandorian dry cleaner. Then Howard just says, you cannot have a rational argument with this guy. It's rational argument.
You can't. Yeah, we'll find that out throughout the course of the episode, and it's one of the things that bothers me about the show, is that I really do, I don't find Sheldon lovable. I'm sorry. I find him rude as fuck.
I disagree with that. He's rude, but not intentionally, which is why it's endearing. He doesn't mean to be rude. There's no malice behind his rudeness.
He's Patrick Star style rude.
No. Patrick is just he doesn't care. Sheldon cares, but he just doesn't get it.
I don't know.
Sheldon doesn't mean to.
I think with Sheldon, he just doesn't get it either. I mean, I think with Patrick, I don't know. That's Patrick, the parallel I draw.
It's care versus get it. Like Sheldon just doesn't get human. He's like a Vulcan. He doesn't get human emotions. He doesn't understand what it is. Patrick he knows about him. He just doesn't care because he's an a-hole.
Well, we'll talk about this more as we go along. Anyways.
Anyway, so let's see. So again, with the rationale, and then we get to our main plot here. So we got there's this biker-looking guy who walks in there, and it's Dave Underhill.
Oh yeah.
Who won the MacArthur Genius Grant? So this guy's got credentials.
Leonard's got 2 words. Big whoop.
And I love this guy. When they find out who he is, they have this hilarious thing where they have the whole looking sketch. No, we can't look at once; it's too conspicuous. Okay, first you Raj. Leonard.
I love how Raj wants to look again. Oh, I didn't get a good enough look.
Raj is just he's so adorable. He wears a heart on the sleeve. He always says, "Okay." He speaks what we all think sometimes. Just points out the obvious in the most glorious of ways. That's why we love Raj. I didn't get the good look. Can I try again? Okay, anyway, so then Raj essentially Leonard and this guy have a very similar kind of a field of science. Like he's looking into dark matter at the moment, and basically he made the breakthrough. And the thing with science, Tiki, especially this kind of brand of science, you got to remember is that they're all kind of hunting for the same things. Some guy finds it and the other guy tries to disprove. It's kind of an odd infinitum science. It's like a never-ending science. So basically, he says, "Oh, he got lucky. Like maybe anyone else could have just found it and was there." Of course.
Okay, now let's. Do you think that Leonard is kind of fulfilling the Scrooge role this episode to a certain extent?
No, Sheldon's a Scrooge.
You think Sheldon's a Scrooge?
Well, ordinarily, here's the runner with Sheldon around Christmas time. The idea is he doesn't like Christmas. Again, it's like you saw in the episode, like social conventions and stuff. He's not crazy about Christmas already, but they established that he just, he's never been crazy about Christmas. And they get, as the other Christmas episodes go into, you see why he doesn't like Christmas.
All right. I'll chalk
Take
that
more.
up. I'd say that Sheldon is maybe the extended Scrooge throughout the run of the series for sure.
But even within this episode, I think he's still the Scrooge because again, he has like the whole like, no, I don't want to give gifts, and he loves what
he is an asshole. Yeah.
I don't think that.
To be straight up.
We'll get into it. I don't disagree with that. Anyway, so Raj says, "Oh, he's very good looking." And the thing is, Raj, he unintentionally is kind of androgynous. Unintentionally, he will, he'll make very feminine remarks.
Yeah, but then Howard, he just comes up like, "Oh, well, I wouldn't go for him if I was like that. I'd be like more of a Zac Efron kind of guy."
So this is the point where Howard is starting to shake off kind of his womanizing. This is before he met a girl. Kind of his womanizing, kind of like full of himself, kind of playboy attitude. Is the farthest thing from a playboy.
Exactly right.
Well,
right.
except for maybe a hand's reach, but anyway. So we got David walking over to Leonard and basically says he wants to work with him, and Leonard's just kind of kissing up to the guy, saying, "Oh, big fan of your work." And says, basically, he turns into a little schoolgirl when he meets the guy.
He really does. It's kind of pathetic.
He has a lot of
one of the things I don't like about Leonard is that Leonard is just frankly kind of a pathetic little wormy character.
Let me tell you something from experience. I've actually met some people from New Jersey who have. I basically met people from New Jersey who have, like in intellectual fields, like mathematicians or scientists, and anyway, they are exactly like Leonard. I swear to God, they are exactly like Leonard.
That's fine. That doesn't make him an endearing TV character to me. I mean, maybe if I have experience with these people in real life, I don't know. To me, he's just whiny.
That's
really what his character has come down to me. Like every time I've watched the show, he's just whiny. Really?
I don't think so.
Well,
if you had to live with Sheldon every day, you had to go.
And I don't like Sheldon either. The only one I like is Raj.
What about Howard? You don't like Howard?
I don't know. Howard is just kind of.
Howard has all the funny one-liners.
He's socially awkward in a way that makes me kind of genuinely uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Again, just take my word for it, they get better.
Okay. And then Penny, I just dislike because
she was the big.
My issues with Penny. Yeah.
Well, I don't know your issues, but we'll get to her.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so basically, anyway,
my issues is that she's a bitch. Frankly, I'll just come right out and say it.
Just hold off on it. Well, let's get her into the scene before you tell me these things. Anyway, so Leonard gives him all the information, even his parents' numbers. So, I think it's a little endearing that he's just kind of a guy now. He's just trying to play it up. He's just jealous.
Just totally cracking.
Yeah, he's jealous, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. That's what a hypocrite looks like, guys.
You never seen a hypocrite before? Come on, what are you looking at?
Anyway, so then we got to the apartment and we see they got their Wii Bowling League. That thing's kind of funny.
That is funny. I will give them that.
I've actually played Wii Bowling. It's kind of fun.
I've played Wii Bowling. I haven't participated in Wii Bowling leagues.
That'd be awesome.
I've got to say my favorite of the Wii sports is probably Wii Tennis because it's basically Pong but with motion. Anyways.
Yeah, I just love that Sheldon. See, Sheldon, the running gag with the Wii games is Sheldon always gets into it, like when doing archery, like he makes the sound effects of like putting in the quiver, and like he. That's what they get. Whenever they do the Wii stuff, like they're doing athletics, and it's kind of funny.
And you know what? It's kind of funny that at this point in time, I feel like Wii is old enough to almost be semi-nostalgic.
Yeah.
Which really makes me feel old. It really does. It really scares me. I'm okay with the N64 being nostalgic. I'm even okay with the GameCube being nostalgic. When the Wii's crossing the nostalgic threshold, I'm like, that's cause for alarm.
I remember being all grumpy about the Wii. That's what I remember, so I must feel really old. It was like, no, wait, no, I'll never catch on.
I remember being really excited about it and then being really let down by the actual software that they produced for it for the most part. Not a strong game library.
Anyway, so like Sheldon, he's putting chalk.
Next time on Tiki and BlueDragonFive's Video Game Corner, we talk about the comparisons between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. All right, I'm sorry.
Why do we need the bow? Anyway, so
all the mazes are different, and Pac-Man is just the same maze over and over again. All right.
Why couldn't they give her a lipstick anyway?
Cutscenes. It's literally the first game with cutscenes. It's that innovative. All right.
Anyway, So Sheldon, he's using chalk. I think it's pretty funny. He's using chalk to do Wii bowling.
Oh God.
Anyway, so like Leonard enters the door after his little convo with David, and he walks through there, and like Howard's saying, he misses when he hits a gutter ball and says, "Oh, do-overs, do-overs." And it's, again, the absurdity level. He's like,
there are no do-overs in Wii bowling. And Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Well, that's unmitigated fact, Tiki. That's without question. So basically, Leonard says he's been with Dave, and we're oh, Dave, first name basis, and says basically he's learned some stuff about him. He's in the Black Diamond ski. Pretty sure he's gushing over the guy. He's in the Black Diamond skiing. He has a band. Hey, we have a rock band too.
We have a rock band.
No, we've played Rock Band on the Xbox.
Oh, well, that's really motivational coming from our lead guitarist.
And that's the running gags that he will insult. Like, we're just playing. We're not actually doing this stuff. And this is that's
very motivational coming from our team captain.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. They're clinging to so little.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's see. So then we got this is fun.
An unfunny Stephen Hawking phone sex voice, which I think is unfunny and kind of offensive, frankly.
I'll tell you why it gets. It's unfunny here, but I'll tell you something else. But Stephen Hawking's a runner. He actually is on the show, the actual guy. So
that's fine. I still find this offensive.
Yeah, I'm saying this is not their best of the Stephen Hawking. Usually they do like.
No, it's not. It's really not at all.
I'm saying
like
usually,
this is just flat out like insulting him.
I'm saying I think it's because Leonard's not doing the thing right. But you're right. I'm saying it is flat out insulting him. Also, it's like there's nothing like to cling on to with that gag.
Right.
Nothing really silly on it. It's basically he brings up the gag and he can't do it right. It's not that funny. But,
no, it's really not. It pretty much falls flat.
Anyway, so they deduced that, okay, Leonard's got a man crush. He's got a bromance going on. Speaking from the two who have the most romantic relationship in the Big Bang Theory.
Whoa, youngest man crush, man.
So let's see. So then Penny drops by. Yeah, early Penny, she was just really ditzy. That was her thing. She nowadays she's much more developed, much more likable. But in the early days, the first two seasons, she was just pretty much she's the ditz from next door, and just a pretty girl, two guys in the apartment, not so cool.
Stereotypical, very very stereotypical kind of setup. Really tired, really cliched. Right
initially,
off the bat.
but one thing that was kind of funny that I do like that is kind of stuck around. Not so much in the recent seasons, but they kind of stuck around. You get to see it big time in this episode. When she gets like emotional, something like she gets comically emotional, she sounds like Miss Piggy. She has these Miss Piggy cadences, and I'm not insulting her. I say because we love Miss Piggy. She has these Miss Piggy. She has these wonderful Miss Piggy cadences and like raises and unnecessary raises in emotion. It's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so she asked about where's the Christmas tree, and Sheldon says, "No, we don't do Christmas tree. We don't celebrate the ancient pack and fest of." Saturn.
It's all you, buddy. It's all you.
Saturnakia?
Sure, let's go with that. Sure.
Probably botching that, but just give me some slack, folks. It's Christmas-ish.
It's totally Christmas. In our delusional minds, it's totally Christmas.
In our Hal minds, it's Christmas.
Oh God. What if the continuation of that episode was Hal just decided to host a Christmas podcast, and we're the result? We're like the little voices in Hal's head doing the podcast.
Oh wait, no, I know how it's been. It's Saturnalian.
We're Hal's delusions, BlueDragonFive. That's all our life has become, is just Hal's delusions.
I think it's Saturnalian. I think that's how you pronounce it, Saturnalian.
Fair enough. All right.
Anyway, so basically, Sheldon explains it. Basically, it's this beloved. Sorry, Howard says, "Oh, this is like an old timey guy." He says, "Oh, this is Sheldon's beloved Christmas special. This is the beloved Sheldon Christmas special." Where he basically explains why we can't have holidays.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Sheldon basically, I'm not going to go into how he exactly describes it. Pretty much, he compares Christmas to the winter solstice that was derived from an old legend that winter solstice used magic to protect plants, which gives us Christmas trees. And he doesn't believe in that. And that
is what boredom is all about.
So Howard's got the one-liners, even back here.
He does, yeah.
Okay, anyway, so she gives him. She says, "Okay, well, I got some presents for you." So I put them under my tree. Wait, why did you get me a present? You can't
Yeah,
do
he
that.
starts freaking out at this, and I think this is where he becomes an asshole.
I disagree.
Just full on asshole mode.
No, even with this,
look, I don't think there's any defense in it.
Yes, there is. I'm gonna get into it. So look, here's the thing. Even without factoring the rest of the stuff where it goes, I'm saying getting to this point, maybe what we have up to this point, perhaps. Just you have a guy with these quirks, okay? Just a guy with these quirks, and he has his own set of rules. I don't think that's being it's a guy with who's like he's not socially in tune with everyone else. He doesn't mean bad stuff. He's just saying.
I understand that he doesn't mean to be, but he's being rude as fuck. Just straight up rude.
Well, again, she walks in here. She wants to celebrate Christmas. He doesn't want anything to do with Christmas. What do you do? So you walk to someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, and you say, "Oh, I got gifts. I got gifts for you." Now, I'll admit he is overplaying it. Yes, he's overplaying that. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but still, he's just saying, "Oh, I don't want any part of that." Well, okay. Well, he's just saying, "I don't want any part of that." Again, he has his own thing set up already with that. I don't know if that's. No, it's him being an a-hole. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
And he points it. I like how he gets into this thing about the social conventions. Well, now you give me an obligation. That means I have to give you a gift. And he says, "Oh, you made a rookie mistake, Benny. It's like the Hanukkah yelled at me for 8 nights."
And that just sounds miserable.
It's just basically Sheldon's just a neurotic guy. He goes anything can set him
No,
off.
Sheldon's the asshole.
He's not an a-hole.
There's a difference between being neurotic and being an asshole. The difference is the asshole yells at you for 8 days straight without learning his lesson.
He's not yelling. He's griping. Okay, he's not even.
No,
yelling.
he specifically said he was yelling. Don't take words out of Howard's mouth and quote him out of context like Francis.
Well, he said yell. That's probably back when he first met Howard.
No.
I disagree. Look, it's a difference in taste, I guess. I think he's just quirky.
It's obviously a different. Yeah, it's obviously. Look, like this show is like more kind of white collar type humor, whereas Malcolm in the Middle is kind of like more lower middle class. Kind of like white trash humor. So
I view it as quirky and neurotic. That's what I view it as, quirky and neurotic.
Seinfeld is quirky and neurotic. I don't think this is quirky and neurotic.
Well, no, Seinfeld, you can't compare anything to Seinfeld. Come on. Seinfeld. Okay, point is, Sheldon's like, it's all about custom and convention, something he doesn't want any part of. And he appreciates the thought, but don't do that. That's essentially what he's saying in the scene. That's essentially what he's saying. The point. Then she says, "Oh, okay, I'll take it back." She says, "No, you can't take. I see it's meant for me. Like it's gonna stick in his head. It's him being neurotic. It's not. It's like he wants to just let it be, but it can't."
he's like, now I have to come up with something of the same value and perceived level of friendship. No wonder suicide rates skyrocket around this time of year.
Okay.
I'm not even going to say anything. That line just offends me, and I'll just leave it at that. You can't defend it.
It's just him overreacting.
You can't defend it.
He doesn't.
You know my history. You can't defend that line.
He doesn't understand.
I don't take that shit lightly. I don't take that shit lightly. No, this isn't a character thing. This is a writing thing.
It's him blowing everything out of proportion. That's what he's doing. That's what he does.
You don't take suicide lightly. You don't make jokes out of suicide. Robin Williams, man. Robin Williams.
Why would you pull that? That's cheating. It's
the trump card that we depressed people now have. What can I say? We're going to use it. Anyways.
Well, way to bum us around Christmas.
I don't mean to go. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to pull out why I don't like this show. And this show just does not have the forethought to be like, oh, we might be offending. And the thing that pisses me off about it is that I can take a joke like that when it comes from South Park, because I know South Park is totally equal opportunity in terms of how many people they piss off. It's the same thing that early Family Guy was good at doing. The thing that pisses me off about this show is that it's billed as being this lighthearted family comedy, and then it's got jokes about suicide in it.
Well, it's not a joke about suicide. It's just him making comparison to suicide.
It's a joke about suicide.
Not a joke about suicide.
There's canned laughter at the end of it. How can you not call it a joke?
First of all, I don't think it's, again, like kind of with the stuff we covered before, like All in the Family, I don't think they're doing canned laughter I don't think they do canned laughter all that much nowadays. I'm not sure. Like, they have a live studio audience.
Okay, well, that's even worse, because then a live studio audience left like, oh, ha, 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 people kill themselves around this time of year. That's so funny. That's so goddamn funny.
Well, it's him comparing
killed themselves around Christmas.
It's him comparing
Not
it to something that completely doesn't
people
match.
in support
That's
groups.
the gag. He's comparing something that does not fit.
Let's move on, because this is obviously
fine.
This is obviously an issue that I am just not going to forgive.
Okay,
like,
fine.
it is a glaring red mark on this episode's resume right
all right,
here.
Fine. You can't just write off the series for one gag.
I'm not writing off the series for one gag. I'm writing off the series for having a writing style that allows that kind of offensive humor to just slip through the cracks.
Anyway, so there's this one line about... he says, "Well, now I can't take back that. I can't take the thing. I can't take it back. I saw it now." He ends this one line. I'm curious about. He says, "It's like Hannibal has crossed the Alps." I wonder if that's referencing Silence of the Lambs at all.
I have no idea.
Yeah, moving on.
I assume it was kind of referencing the historical Hannibal.
Yeah, I'm saying that's probably. I'm not sure what the story is though for that guy, but
I don't know either. All I know is, wasn't Will Smith supposed to play him in a movie at some point?
No idea.
So Denzel Washington or one of them.
I don't know. Hannibal Lecter, or do you mean play Hannibal?
No, not Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal, the historical figure.
I have no idea. Probably Washington, if anyone, but I don't know.
Right. Anyways.
Anyway, so then basically, after she leaves, she says, "Oh, Sheldon's ego takes over here." It's just saying, "Oh, it's my fault for being so endearing and important in your life." And she leaves.
Take a guess at what Tiki's reaction to that line was.
Not pleased.
No, not at all. I don't get why this character is considered endearing. I really don't.
Does he?
Literally every word out of his mouth is like an asshole thing. Like he's the biggest asshole. Just the worst.
I want to say something, but I'm afraid it's going to spark another debate. I don't want to get into. I don't know if I want to get into it because I don't want to offend anyone.
This is why you shouldn't have had me on for this Big Bang. This is why it was bad.
Who else would I have done it with?
I don't know. Space Mountain? I don't know. Anyways.
I guess I'll say it, but let's try not to get into a debate over it. Some people have made the argument. The series creators are kind of like they didn't intend it to be this way, but it's like up to interpretation. So again, whatever you read it, some people say Sheldon might have autism. Again, I'm not. Yeah, okay.
Don't play that card with me.
Okay, all right.
Don't play that card with me.
All right.
Because I could go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
How I have autism and I act nothing like that asshole.
Right.
Oh man, we're really touching a nerve tonight, aren't we?
I disagree, but again, we can have varying opinions.
I guess so.
Now, again, remember why I want to emphasize there. Not intended to have autism. Some people pick it up, perceive it.
Yeah. Well, let's get away from the autism.
That's just how people perceive it. So that's not on the show. That one.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Anyway, so let's see. So they go to the mall. So Sheldon needs to ride to the mall, and Howard and Roger laughing it up. Thinking, oh, it's so great when it's not happening to us, and now it's happening to us. We got Dave and Leonard here. They're limping up the stairs, and the gag here's the elevator doesn't work. Is when Sheldon and Leonard met, they broke the elevator, so they had to walk up 3 flights of stairs to get to their apartment.
Continuity, ho!
Yeah. It's been that way since the beginning. Yeah, like a flashback in the 4th season to how they met.
All right.
So basically, you want to take us to the motorcycle thing?
Yeah, I guess. Basically, Leonard, he's just in a lot of pain because he had no idea a motorcycle was so heavy. And what happened, I think, is he just tried to sit on the motorcycle and just hold onto him, right?
Either I think they said he kicked out the little metal holding thing or something. The point is it fell on him. When it falls on you, when you're in the motorcycle position, one of your legs is exposed if you hit one either side,
Ouch. Yeah. Anyways, here we go, because Dave, he's we have Penny, and at first Penny's kind of a bit concerned about Leonard. Yeah. But then Dave introduces himself, and then she's just like, "Oh, is the motorcycle okay?"
Yeah, this is I'm with you on this one. Okay, I'm with you on this one. I'm just saying.
Every character in this show besides Raj and Howard are assholes. Every single one of them. They're all unlikable.
Leonard's not that bad, okay? You've got to feel some sympathy for Leonard.
He's wormy. He's wormy as hell.
Why are you holding that against him?
I don't know. I just don't like the guy. What can I say?
Point is, look, I'm with you. Penny, again, this is Penny when she was just
this made me pissed, man.
I'm with you.
And not just Penny, but Dave, too. Both of them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know, you have Leonard, and Leonard is going out of his way to try and help Dave. You know, he's doing a nice thing for him. Yeah. You know, it's not like he's just being starstruck and hanging it. No. He is your freaking... And then Dave is just... It pisses me off. It's just humans acting like assholes.
Okay, well,
like everything else in the series. Thank God for Raj. But Raj isn't nearly as endearing as Bryan Cranston is. So it's not even as good substitute.
Point is, the thing with Penny, the reason she didn't work as a character in the early stuff is because she is served mainly as a plot device, and her main problem is that she would... she is dumb, and she has horrible taste in men, and she's too dumb to realize it. You know, that was the gag. Like, the gag is, and you'll see it as it plays out in this episode, is that she realizes she's with a bad guy, and she cries it over to Leonard, and Leonard's a little hope there. Eventually, these two kids get together. Like, she smartens up. Bear in mind, she smartens up.
Kind of episode happens a lot in this show.
Not a lot, but it happens.
This sort of formula.
Basically, in the first two seasons, it happens a lot in the first two.
All right.
They adjust, but anyway. So the point is, so Dave and Penny hit it off, much to Leonard's displeasure. Again, now this is where Penny gets really unlikable. So she says, Dave says he's a physicist. He says, no way. He says, well, why do you have to sound so surprised? He says, usually, pasty and indoors. Again, not helping.
No, none of these people are helping anything. And poor Leonard, he just had a freaking injury.
That's what I'm saying. A little sympathy.
And they're being assholes about it.
A little less anger towards Leonard. That's all I'm asking for here.
Fine. I'll have some sympathy towards Leonard in this.
His leg hurts.
In this situation.
His leg's killing him, after all. Come on.
Fine.
Anyway, so then here's where Penny gets unlikable. Basically, she's trying to make herself appealing to the guy, saying, "Oh, I love science." When? He says, "I've always loved science." She just... And the idea...
No. I mean, I haven't watched season 1, but I know enough about the show to be like, no, you don't.
But also, the thing the reason this is much more painful for Leonard is at the beginning of the season. At the end of season 1, he finally worked with the girls, asked her on the date, and then basically they started in the beginning, and it doesn't last for a while. It's like an on and off again thing.
Womp womp.
But it doesn't go on and off. Like, it's not as bad as Friends with that sort of stuff.
What are you talking about? Ross and Rachel was the romance of our generation.
We're on a break.
No, I'm not even kidding. I'm like, that shit was legitimately epic.
It got ridiculous. They dragged on.
It got ridiculous, but it was epic.
Well, at the end it was big, but then points.
All right. Anyways, I love Friends.
My point is, there's like 1 or 2 breakups between these two, and then they eventually get together. So the point is, like, the beginning there, she breaks up because she feels she's not smart enough. Essentially, and they mentioned that in this episode. Remember? But, so it drives the thing even worse because she falls for a physicist that Leonard has brought to her, unbeknownst to himself.
Right, exactly.
And she's playing. They're both playing into it, just trying to make themselves look attracted to one another. And then they end up on a date by the time he gets to his floor finally. And again,
it's just that kind of stuff pisses me off, man. Oh, guys, that can just work that fast.
And then the guy, when we get a hint that the guy's kind of a scumbag, because he's saying like, "Well, how do you live across from that, not date her?" Then this is a line.
Just objectifying women there. Good job, buddy.
And there's points to Leonard here for saying, says, it's kind of corny, but I kind of like it. It's him saying, "Science is my." He's trying to save face in some ways. Says, "Science is my lady." It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fine.
And then of course it's kind of some physical comedy. He's like leaning on the door. And
this is fun. This is one of Sheldon's endearing moments.
You don't want to. I'm saying this is what he's more like in the show. As you get moments like this is why I'm a little more on his side. This is how he usually is played. So he's leaning on the door and opens the door and says, "Forget your key." Seriously, I just love that they're
it's good. It's good comedic timing for sure. I'll give it that.
Again, the first season's just kind of built on just the comedic moments, like those. That's like an Odd Couple situation, kind of moments like that.
Right.
And it's just the way I love how they just kind of draw attention. Guys, don't lean on doors. It's a bad idea. If someone opens the door, you're gonna fall. That's a good little PSA right there. And then meanwhile, we
cough in your arm. Stay in school.
Well, that's a better PSA. So we go shopping at a kind of a Bath and Body Works type place, in a mall, like one of
Hence the episode title. We never did say the episode title, I don't think, and it is a fun episode title.
Bath item. They always have titles like this. Like they always have like a science
Bath item gift hypothesis.
It's always like a sciencey term, and they like hypothesis or like kind of the thesis, like a bunch of stuff like that.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is. They got clever names for the shows.
All right.
Okay, let's see. So
it's an assault of eucalyptus. Bayberry.
This is I like this thing is just funny. Sheldon is in a place full of like all the Bath and Body Works type stuff. Women do like for Christmas, from what I've seen. At least my mother will give other women in her office and stuff. So they must like it. I'm not. No, I can't speak that myself. I don't really get it, but the point is like just Sheldon staying in the middle of this place, saying there is nothing in here a woman would want. That's kind of funny. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's like usually. That's what you're getting the rest of the stuff from. This kind of stuff. He just doesn't get it.
And then Raj comes in and saves the day with the great line, well, let's just go next door and build a bar.
And Sheldon say, no, bears are... No, we can't build bears. Bears are terrifying. That's what I'm saying. That's the neuro. That's what I'm saying. That's where the charm of Sheldon's coming from. But I know it doesn't help at the beginning there. That joint, but maybe I have to watch the show again.
And I really like where he goes about, he says like, what about like promoting relaxation? And then it's like, oh, that implies that Penny is tense. Like he is over psychoanalyzing everything, which that's fine. That's fine.
So like Howard says, get her a basket of stuff. Basically, get her a basket. Get her a basket. Get her something. Basically, wants to get the heck out of there. Then they would get into the bath item gift hypothesis, the episode's title. Basically says, okay, going with your hypothesis, if I get her this, what size? Basically, how much thought do I put into this? Again, he's overthinking it, which is...
Of course.
So all the thought that's going into like size and like pretty much like how much you like what our relationship is, and it's kind of funny how he tests this out, and this is like kind of how he rubs people the wrong way.
I think Penny takes interest in size in more ways than one.
Well, ouch.
Burn.
Wow. I'm not knocking it because early season Penny kind of deserves that, but
because it's true.
Again,
I wouldn't say something that harsh if it wasn't true.
She goes for the dumb guy. It astounds me how she goes for the dumb guys. And here's the thing: it's not just the dumb guys, Tiki. And this guy, believe it or not,
it's the dumb asshole guys.
And here's the thing: believe it or not, this guy, compared to like she has like two guys towards the end here. This guy, really the dumbest guy you've ever seen, is the next one. But at least he's a nice dumb guy. This guy is he's at least a smarter guy, but he's an a-hole. So now,
just to clarify, this guy, I'm assuming he only showed up.
Yeah, just once. The other one she gets after this, I think the other one she gets after that, he's a regular for the series. But he comes back comedic. Okay. However, like the guy she's had before, like kind of like real, like almost like called like bully, like big old bully type guy. Like they're big muscle bound guys, like bullies to anyone who likes science. Just like really unlikable guys. Like, why would she ever fall for this guy? It's like obviously
exactly.
The pilot of the show is like the guy's going to this bully guy's apartment to get her TV back from him, and it's an endearing thing they try to do for her, but then he takes their pants. So again, why would she ever fall for these guys? That's the thing. Anyway, so basically Sheldon collects some data here in the scene. This poor salesman. This is how Sheldon can. We know how he operates within his own circle of friends who are like he practically comes with a manual. Sheldon practically comes with. They know him and they always explain to Penny like how his little nuances go. This poor saleswoman is basically approached by Sheldon, and Sheldon's just kind of over-explaining the situation, saying, essentially, if I were to give you this gift, what would you assume our relationship is? But it doesn't say it as clear and concisely as that. Essentially, he just goes in like all the stuff, like all the potential relationships, like are we lovers, are we friends, are we acquaintances, and you see, it is like terrified, like trying to serve a saleswoman type dynamic. Like she wants to make the sale, but she's really uncomfortable.
Are you my grandmother, or are we colleagues?
Yes, this is. I don't know what you're talking about, and you're making me uncomfortable. The smile on her face. I love the smile is always on her face. And then this guy I thought was really fun. And Howard says, "That's perfect. That's exactly how you make Penny feel. Let's get." Which is
right.
That is exactly how it makes Penny feel. Okay,
right.
so let's see. So we got Penny at the university, which is an anomaly because I believe this is the first time she's been at the university.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so again, very unlikable on Penny's part here. So she's at the university, and Leonard just walks by. He's shocked to see her there. Says, "Well, Penny, what are you doing?"
Hey, Dave and Penny, what a surprise!
Yeah, I've offered to show you the university for a year and a half, which is exactly where this is in the continuity of the series. He says, "No, but I don't think you've ever said that to me." So I must have misheard you because you said you've always had yoga. It's really hard to mistake any word that sounds like yoga. So again, poor Leonard here. He tries. You root for Leonard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got let's see, we got.
And then Dave, he just makes oh god damn, such a douchey remark.
Yeah, so basically he's putting the moves on Penny here. And
oh man.
Leonard's asking about, are we going to get back to that dark matter research? Again, the reason the guy's in the episode. We're going to get back to that dark matter research. No, I'm going to take the afternoon off too.
To explore
tequila shots.
Yeah, tequila shots.
Tequila shots off a 22-year-old body.
Yeah, right. Which is just, oh man.
And again, Penny, such a dummy. Seriously, how is she so dumb?
We already did that last night. It's not an experiment.
Oh god, just seriously, that's the thing. I love the development she has now, but basically, the road getting there. Seriously, it was really harsh. We're looking back at these.
So it's like Skylar White status.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, rewatching this, I like the. I mean, basically, I forgot how much the things have changed watching it now, watching it then. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny when you look back. It's like, man, things have really changed. Okay, anyways, let's see. So, then the running gag is, bro. I like the running gag here. It says no one's asking him how his leg's doing because again, he could have really hurt his leg there.
Yeah, right. And to me, it just kind of makes me pissed off at everyone who's not asking him about it.
My leg is killing me. Thanks for asking. So then we got depressed Leonard here.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Leonard is sad.
Dun, 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 dun. So Leonard is like all demoralized on the couch. It's kind of a funny image, but he's actually elevating his leg, which I don't know, it's kind of a multi-purpose thing. But I love the image of him just sad on the couch. It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, so then Sheldon and the gang, they return with six baskets, 5 of them really big.
Oh boy.
And I love this. This is kind of cracks me up. Just Sheldon with like the smallest basket. The first one they picked, by the way, I think. And an ice cream cone. I love the fact he stopped off to get ice cream.
Yeah, and of course they had Bryan Cranston was there, and he was chewing the scenery with his ice cream scoopers.
No, he's the one who sold him the ice cream. He was also eating the scenery of the ice cream shop as he was freaking out. Where's the money, Skylar? Where's the money?
Okay.
I gave it to Ted. Anyway, sorry. So basically, here's the plan. It's kind of a fun kind of sitcom.
Oh, I think it is funny. Yeah.
Basically, so Sheldon's plan here is to
I love how he's so confident about it.
Yeah, he's so neurotic in getting all this stuff just to make sure he covered all bases, but he's so confident in how it's going to work. He's done all. He sees no way this could fail. And in theory, there's no way it should fail until we see what happens. So his plan is to. She gives him a gift. He looks at it. He excuses himself with the bowel distress of some kind, digestive distress.
Yeah.
He excuses himself. Basically, looks up the price of it online. Again, I love the fact he's not usually looking at and guessing how much it is. He has to look it up. He has to know all the details.
I will give you this. At this point in the episode, he's less of an asshole than he initially came off as.
I'm just saying you got to sandwich it like that, Tiki. I'm just saying that.
Because initially he came off as like, oh, you got me a Christmas present. Fuck you.
Well, if anything, look at it as like his screw jar. Just for this episode, look at it as a screw jar.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, even like Scrooge had his laughs with Marley, even when he was like, before his sorry. That's kind of
You're right.
Just look at it that way. Okay, anyway, so then basically he looks up the value, he comes back with which basket goes accordingly to that, and cleverly he would return the other baskets, because why would he need them?
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, I just want to point out like a little subtle thing I noticed rewatching this. Leonard's reading Superman. And of course, the episode started with Superman talk, and I wonder if that's like them looking up facts on it, or if that's just him just reading Superman because he gets depressed. You know, likes to read Superman when he's depressed, maybe.
I'd like to think it's a little bit of both. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm depressed. I need something to take my mind off things. Remember that debate we were having? I'm gonna look that up.
I'd also like to think maybe it's like, who's the guy who always gets the girl? Superman, but yeah, Clark Kent gets screwed over. I can relate to that guy.
Sure, exactly.
That's exactly my situation right now. She likes Superman, doesn't like Clark Kent. I'm gonna read that because that gets me. Okay, anyway, so let's see. So, and as they're hauling the gifts to like Sheldon's bedroom, and they say, "Why couldn't you get Penny? Why couldn't you get Penny? What Leonard got Penny? A new boyfriend."
Oh man, that's kind of a burn.
To bear in mind, that's them. Like they always rib each other like that. So
Sure.
Whenever he like almost gets close to sealing the deal with Penny, and something goes wrong, it's like they always kind of say, it's like they relate to him. And they're saying, we're scorching him over this time. Well, next time he'll get me, and that sort of thing.
Exactly.
And then poor Leonard, though, he says, "Thanks for asking about my leg. It's killing me." Poor Leonard. Sad Hulk music, Leonard. Okay, now there's a regular thing of Penny that still is around to this day. It's a little less now, especially.
Being an alcoholic,
Yeah, alcoholism is.
My dad's told me about that a lot.
Yeah, she's a drunkard, most definitely. She's been a whiner since the beginning. Sometime again, kind of in that season 5 territory. Not that it was bad. I'm saying it was like one of her main defining character traits that she gets
sure.
A lot. And they was cleverly though. They don't just like acknowledge it. They acknowledge it, but they do it funny. So basically, they say, "Well, you may have a serious problem." They point it out.
Sure.
She drinks a lot, and like the shell like innocently says, "Are you going? You're going to the fridge?" "Yes." "We don't have any alcohol in the house. That's not why I was getting up." And then she sits down. She realizes. It's like the Foster Brooks fun drunk, It's like she's it's kind of a funny gig, like a Dean Martin drunk. Actually, that's what she's like. She's like a Dean Martin drunk, a happy drunk. So then Leonard comes in. He's had enough, He's like, I'm gonna march over there. I'm gonna let her have a piece of mind. So good for Leonard here. Good for Leonard. Let her have it, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say this is a pretty good speech.
You said you broke up with me because you said we should stop dating because you said I was too smart for you. He is like 10 times smarter than me. I'm like a sign language gorilla compared to this guy. And then he says like a line I think Dylan Massitz would agree with. What's up with that?
What was that?
Yeah. And then she goes into Miss Piggy mode, and that is where she earns some likability points here. She says, "Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me, Kirby?" Yeah. She has a good Miss Piggy performance a lot of the time. It's always kind of funny. And basically, then he apologizes because he's panics like any man would. Says, "Oh no, just."
Of course.
And he says, "What's wrong?" He says, "He's an idiot." He says, "Oh really?" He's just so happy that he finds that this guy's he took the girl. He's burned him on the research. Say, "Oh, he's an idiot. I might be smarter than him."
Exactly. Yeah.
Good for Leonard. And again, this just shows you Penny's bad decision making here. It says, what do you mean? He says, "Well, I found, looked at his phone essentially, and he says, I found him looking at he's deleting nude pictures of his wife to take nude pictures of his girlfriend."
Yeah, that's.
And he says, "Wait, was he gonna take nude pictures of you?" He says, "That's what you took from that." Out of context, the funny line, but she deserves it though.
I mean, out of context, I think I would be concerned about if it was my ex-girlfriend and there was this creeper guy like taking photos of her. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, kind of like the whole, like, that's what you took from that being really funny. I think out of context, that is really funny. But in context, she deserves some bad stuff. This Penny.
I won't agree with you there. I won't agree with you there.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. Well, actually, that stuff has happened to her in the show. Like, in the show, there have been, like, pictures like that taken of her and put on. So I'm saying she puts herself in this vulnerable position with these bad guys she dates, so it's kind of her own fault. Fair enough. So I'm saying that in that respect, yeah. I mean, and like, why are you calling him out? Like, that's what you took from that. What do you expect him to take from that? Okay. Anyway, so with that again, wife being he's married, and he says, "Well, you becoming overall jealous. Well, he's married, and that's terrible. But again, the delivery, Johnny Galecki has good delivery. Remember a Christmas Vacation?
Of course. That's what I always think of when I think of Leonard. Of course
yeah, he is. Right.
Christmas Vacation. Duh.
Well, he is in
You don't have to bring that up to me.
Okay. I'm making sure. Anyway, so we get another Christmas trope here.
What's the Christmas trope?
So
eggnog?
Yeah, eggnog. Less eggnog, more.
Nog.
In this case, less eggnog, more rum.
I can relate to Leonard here because Leonard's lactose intolerant, and I'm actually allergic to eggs, so I cannot partake in eggnog either.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. So, they're getting to the thing. He says, "Well, can't you just give me this one?" Okay, basically she lets him have basically no argument. She kisses him on the cheek. That's nice.
It is sweet. It is sweet.
And again, eventually these two actually end up together, and things get better for him. So there's that.
And then he's like, my leg's killing me. Thanks for asking.
And again, that's cute. Then now she's on his side with that. So now she smiles. That's sweet. Okay, so then we get kind of our good third. I have the reason we're doing this.
Okay.
So it's Christmas. It's Christmas morn. Again, when she opens the door, and the first thing she says is, "How's your leg?" Well, does he say it's much better? So it's killing me. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. He says the exact same thing.
Right. It's killing me. Thank you for asking. And now it's all happy. Okay, it's time for gift exchange. They're all exchanging gifts here, and Sheldon's he's so sweet.
Oh, he walks in and he's just so goddamn would-be stoic about the whole thing.
Anyways,
good, Kenny. You're here to exchange gifts.
Yeah, this is one Sheldon's kind of at his best here in this ending. Here's the reason I love this episode, though.
I will agree. He's entertaining. I think he's just kind of an asshole at the beginning. I'm
just saying out of context in the beginning there. That's where he doesn't play well. I'm saying, well, he's kind of like this, the second half of this episode for the whole thing. That's where it works better in context.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's see. So basically, she gives him a gift little box here. He opens it. Oh, and by the way, I'm having some digestive problems, so don't be alarmed if I leave. She gives a look of okay. So he opens the gift, and it's a napkin. He's thinking, "What? I got off really easy for a moment." And it's turn it over. Turns it over, and it's signed by, unfortunately, a dearly departed member. So he's sailing among.
Yeah. R.I.P.
He was always kind of a regular guy. They show a lot of love to this guy.
Sure.
He did cameo for an episode after he retired, so it was a big thing for him to just kind of do a voice on the show, which he did. Anyway, so basically it's a napkin signed by Leonard Nimoy. That's right, folks. Spock himself, Mr. Spock, the lovable, the talented, the incomparable, the always missed Leonard Nimoy. Live long.
Do the fucking sign.
How can you not do the sign?
What is this? It?
Yeah, it's it. It's close enough.
Close enough.
Anyway, so then it's even better. It's a sign. It's not just his name. It's personalized to Sheldon. Live long and prosper. Oh my God. And here's the kicker. Here's where Sheldon goes into a Hal level of excitement here. She mentions there might be some wet spots on or something, but some stains on or something because he used it to wipe his mouth off, and then he basically almost faints almost because he realizes the DNA of Leonard Nimoy's on this napkin. I can clone my own Nimoy. So he's going nuts under the impression. Again, the thing with Sheldon is that he's also, in addition to just being he's unwise to how feelings work exactly. It's that he's like a big kid too. He's the lovable man child.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Basically, a lovable man child who's really into science. That's essentially Sheldon in a nutshell. And those are the best episodes of the series in my mind. Where he goes to Disneyland for an episode and it's hilarious. So I can clone my own Nimoy. Be right back. He just realizes Jim Parsons knows how to play a realization. I gotta give him points on that one. He's good with that.
I wonder how good he is on Home about that.
Don't even say that. Do not mention that freaking.
Oh, that's the trump card I can hold over you when we talk about Jim Parsons, my friend.
Hey, I blame the DreamWorks writing. I'm deeply disappointed in the DreamWorks writing staff on that movie.
It exists. It's out there, and
unfortunately, it can never be undone. Unfortunately,
The Phantom Menace is the most disappointing thing since my son. And unlike my son, it'll never go away. It's here to stay. We can never get rid of it, ever.
Anyway,
Well,
yeah, give Parsons credit. He's won a lot of Emmys. He's good at what he does. Anyway, so Sheldon, he goes off to the back there, and we'll see how he carries out his plan. So be right back. Anyway, so then we got, this is a cute moment with Leonard and Penny here. This is a cute moment. This is kind of like, not a gift of the Magi per se, it's kind of like an ironic gift moment.
Sure, definitely.
So, basically, she gives him his, and it's like, it's free, it's a gift certificate for free motorcycle lessons. And the first lesson is how not to be crushed by the motorcycle.
Fair enough.
And then this, I thought was like, she deserved this, definitely. Leonard got her chemistry.
101 totally cool science experiments for kids. Because
Yeah.
you're so into science.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the way this scene plays, it's just with that, it sounds like something like Emma and Norman would exchange with each other.
Exactly.
It's like the whole, like,
that's a good way to put
it's
it.
like when he asked her to the dance. It kind of reminds me of that scene, you know?
Right.
Anyway, so then Sheldon comes back and he's all ecstatic. And he brings, like, this is his Scrooge moment. This is the moment of, like, he now is the Grinch's heart is going through size this day. You know, he's seen the light. He's been visited by the three ghosts in a Nimoy coated napkin. Now he's coming out of there, and he's just holding all these baskets. He's dumping them all. And he's like, Penny's like,
He just went through like a ghost realization with Nimoy, Shatner, and George Takei.
Oh, while he was under.
Yeah, that's what he was doing while Leonard and Penny were exchanging their gifts.
Yes, and also like while he was like under the floorboards, kind of freaking out of excitement for a moment. Sorry,
right.
We're milking our Breaking Bad references these 2 episodes. I'm sorry.
We are.
And anyways, the point is, so Sheldon gets back, like Penny's like kind of caught off guard, like, well, Sheldon, look at all these nice baskets here. It's like, was dropping off all these baskets. Oh, it's not enough, is it? And then he does like this. Tiki, this was actually a big moment for the series. It was a big moment. The way it is treated, yeah, because this is the first. Because Sheldon's not a guy who likes human contact at all.
Okay.
This is like a big barrier for him to drop. Again,
Okay, I can see that. You see, that's something that I need to know as someone who doesn't watch the show on a regular basis, is how big that was in terms of the context of the storyline and the development. And
we're getting to the point where he's like taking serious leaps with his girlfriend right now. So he's gotten way over this by the progression, you know. Anyway, so his point is like he says, "Oh, it's not enough," and then basically he kind of inches closer and closer. It's really uncomfortable, but he's trying. Basically, he gives her a hug, and against every notion in his brain going off, he's hugging her because it's the greatest gift he can. The only other thing he can give her that he hasn't given her with all these baskets. And then Penny's like, she's going nuts over because it's just a huge moment. It's like, Leonard, Sheldon's hugging me, and then Leonard just says the best line that it's a Saturnarian miracle.
Aw. All right, and that's Big Bang Theory. So, you know, I guess for me, wrapping up on it, it's like I don't hate this episode. I just don't necessarily feel like any of these characters besides Raj are really that relatable for me. I don't know, it's fine, like on its own it's fine, and I can see what you mean about how Sheldon, you know, he can be kind of perceived as an asshole out of context, but he can be endearing as well, so I see where you're kind of coming from with that in a way to a certain extent.
Maybe this isn't the best introductory episode now that I think about it. I don't know.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong, I've seen episodes of the show before, you know what I mean?
What season? Do you remember, like, I know you wouldn't.
No. I can't tell you the season. I just know that I've turned it, you know, I've walked in with my dad, you know, and he's watching it after work. Yeah. You know, so I'll catch an episode here and there.
You probably gotta, like, watch, like, a season, like, a later season all the way through or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe see if it grabs you or not. Again, some of them go by real quickly. So if you watch them on DVD, no commercials, so they go by like 20-minute episodes, you know.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so this episode to me was always fun. And basically, the ending's kind of the reason I really wanted to do this. Cause it's always just it was always a fun thing to watch around Christmas time.
I mean, frankly, I think the ending probably has more of an impact if you're aware of the show. So
sure, but you know, it's kind of like a fun little. It's basically your little Christmas story of like kind of melting the old Sheldon heart there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not a lot there, but it's always just kind of it's a fun one to look back on for that ending, and that was like a big moment for him. But also it's just like a nice little Sheldon looking for a Christmas gift, and then the payoff there with the ending.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Not a lot, but it was good.
All right, tropes.
Tropes. Okay, so again, the big thing being the gift exchange. There's that.
Of course.
There's
the coveted gift.
Sheldon being our Scrooge.
Right.
Getting drunk around the holidays and eggnog.
Nog.
So put some eggnog down there. Let's see what else. There's the Christmas love story, maybe.
Yeah, sure. There's antics at the mall.
Oh, certainly, definitely. Well, I kind of want to say like there's the every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings moment at the end, but like the heartwarming, the heartwarming holiday moments there.
Sure.
Bit of that in there. No Christmas tree. That's a new one. Like someone who if we ever cover Festivus on Seinfeld, that's one we're going to be adding there too.
Oh, okay, cool.
But basically, the anti-Christmas tree. Let's call it
right.
Anti-Christmas tree. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's about it.
Oh, yeah, it sounds right. But again, overall, it's like last thing was rewatching it. It's been a while since I rewatched this one. It doesn't hold up as quite as well because of realizing like the shortcomings of the first two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Penny really is a problem when you really look back at it critically. But again, I think the second half onward does kind of save the episode, especially the third act.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, cover the list.
Sure. So, folks, this time around, been cataloging what we've been talking about so far. So, by the end, we can say, man, that is a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff we talked about.
And there is. It's getting big. It's getting big.
And things.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right. So we have the Rugrats, Let It Snow. We have the I Love Lucy Christmas show.
Are you rushing? Are you dragging, Ricky?
Batman and Batman. I keep on wanting to say Invasion of the Ball. Batman Invasion of the Secret Santas from Bird
There you go.
Rocket Power Christmas. Whoa. The Bells of Fraggle Rock.
Bells of Fraggle Rock.
Boom. Let's see. We have Holly Jolly Christmas from Adventure Time. We have All in the Family Draft Dodger. We have Inspector Gadget Saves Christmas. I apologize.
Tiki doesn't like this.
No, well, it's not like you like it that much either. Merry Christmas, Keenan. Tubaphone.
Tubaphone. That is spelled T-U-B.
All right. Let's see. Pinky and the Brain. Good one.
Pinky and the Brain.
You're a Dirty Rotten Bastard from the Nostalgia Critic. Lou Grant. Holiday Time at Disneyland.
Now, Santa, are you rushing or are you dragging?
It's very important that you know the difference, Santa.
There's no more down there, Santa.
God. Oh dear. Okay, so we have the Wild Thornberries. We have Doug.
Oh, the goose.
Christmas Goose, Marianne. Yes. Okay, we have Doug, Cleveland Show, Odd Couple. Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas from Community. Guardians of the Galaxy. On a Feeling. Santler's Little Helpers from Pokemon. A Very Awesome Christmas Special from Yo Gabba Gabba. Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics. Howl's Christmas Gift. And then, let's see, Bath Item Hypothesis. Gift Hypothesis. I probably spelled hypothesis wrong, but whatever. Sue me. All right, anyways. Lead us out, BlueDragonFive. What is the question that we ask every episode of Christmas in July?
Well, you want me to say it?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I keep...
Well, should we go over what we're unwrapping next time?
Yes. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so next time we're going to kind of be, kind of putting a book in because it's the last week of Christmas in July. We started out things with Rugrats Let It Snow, and we're going to get into another episode of Rugrats. What would that episode be?
The Santa Experience.
Oh, it's the Santa Experience? I thought it was the Christmas Experience.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I thought it was the Santa experience, but
Is it the Christmas experience? Or it's a Christmas experience related to Santa or Christmas or one of those two things. We'll find
could it
out.
be a
We'll find
holiday
out.
experience? It's
I don't know.
something wintry experience.
All I know is it's experience, yeah. But it's I believe it's an early episode, right? Like season 1 or season 2 at the most.
Yeah, it's an early one. But
So
at least
that should be fun to go back.
Before they were off model though. I mean, this after they fixed the off model thing.
Okay. So that should be fun to go back and rewatch. Anyways, yeah. So Christmas in July, formats and formulas and tropes and whatnot.
See, folks, he's in cross-space burnout right now.
I am because I need to get to bed and it's way past my bedtime.
So what will we call this magical scientific? I emphasize scientific. Get it? Process.
You emphasize scientific because it's a science. We call it putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope. Next time on Christmas in July.
It all started with a big bang. Bang!